Hello, hello, hello. Hey everybody, I am hopping on really quickly because I wanted to share an experience with you guys that I feel like a lot of us have either gone through or are currently going through right now. And we're just getting off, we're just getting home. The girls are
Let's wait until
back there
today. Like I'm just finishing this up.
looking at the wall that we're decorating.
I'm not doing it.
I'm gonna wait a few more seconds, maybe a minute or two, to let some people come in so they can hear the message. But guys, I'm super excited because I am hosting and I'm looking on two different devices. So if you see my eyes going back and forth, it's because I'm on two different devices. But I'm super excited. And hello to everybody hopping on. Hi. Don't be rushing me, Devin. But I'm excited because I'm going to be hosting a free 3-day masterclass this week on creating from pure connection, okay? And that pure connection is to self and to source. So when you're fully connected, the creation, the manifestation, every single thing you do vibrates on a whole nother level. Hi Denise, happy belated birthday. I meant to I really just went past it and I was like, oh my God, I gotta wish her happy birthday. But happy belated birthday, Denise. You are super dope. Okay, so I'm gonna dive in now. So guys, earlier today, I had a moment. Like I had a real ass moment, like, to be honest. And this moment came because it was necessary. This moment came because I had been asking for it. I had been asking for this energy to come up and out, right? And sometimes when we ask for things, we don't always recognize it when it's here. We don't always see it when it's in front of us. However, today, I was like, okay, I know what this is. Like, I know exactly what's going on now. Like, I know what it is. So let me give you guys a little bit of background. Okay, so, hey, babe.
Hey. My bad, sorry.
Okay, so it's okay. So earlier, right, I'm on All Set's live. Shout out to, she's one of my mentors, yes. All Set. I'm on one of her lives, right? I'm catching her message. I'm catching, just communing with her and her tribe. And it's dope. Like, it's so good. The message that she's bringing forth is resonating in my body. I'm like, yo, I understand, sis. We speak the same language. We're here, right? And then here go Jade talking about, oh, why don't you request to be on her live? Because she wanted to, talk to her audience. She wanted to talk to people. And I immediately was like, no, I'm not doing that, right? To only turn around 2 seconds later and be like, you know what? How do I do this? How do I request? How do I get on her live? Because the version of me that is creating this reality, right? That's a reality filled with desirable outcomes, right? This, the lifestyle, the money, the freedom, the creation, all of the above. We all have these higher versions of self that create the things that we desire, right? But then we also have another side of self that holds us back, right? Because this side of self is the side that is held behind limiting beliefs, false illusions, okay? Generational trauma that we've all been born into, all right? Shit that, we don't even know is still resonating in the inside, okay? So we have different aspects of self. So today with me, babe, what is going on? Like, she's jumping, hooting and hollering. Stop distracting me. Oh my goodness. So today, anyways, she keeps distracting me and I'm like losing my train of thought, but it's okay. So basically, two sides of self, me, showed up today and showed out, right? The one version of self showed up, and this is the version of me who, is not shy, very rambunctious, very loud, outgoing, loves to talk, loves attention, loves to connect with people, all of the above, right? I love to talk, I love to teach, I love everything that I do when it comes to self-expression and my voice. Like, whether I'm writing, blogging, I'm coaching, whatever it is, I love to do it. But then I had another aspect of self, you guys, that was still holding on to the belief, or not even the belief, but the concept of perfectionism. And it's crazy because I never identified myself as someone who dealt with that concept or who went through things, you know, surrounding perfectionism. You know what I'm saying? And so today it came up. And it came up in a way that was so subtle, but yet very expansive, right? So here it is, right? Offset's talking. She's like, I'm trying to commune with my tribe, like request, let's get it, let's talk. Jade is like, go ahead and do it. Like, what are you waiting for? This is like, come on, like, this is your girl, like, do it. And I'm like, no, I'm not ready, you know. And then I find myself, you know, trying to figure out how to request. I request, but the whole time I have this feeling, I'm like, I'm nervous. And I'm not a nervous person, but I'm nervous, right? I have this overwhelming feeling in my body, in my chest, that's just like, girl, like, we not finna do this. Like, we not. And so self-sabotage creeps up on me, right, in the midst, and it's like, what if I mess up? Like, I don't know what to say. Mind you, I speak for a living. Like, I run a wellness center in the Tampa Bay area, okay? I serve the community in a massive way. I am also a motivational speaker. I'm a spiritual catalyst. Like, I'm a coach, all these wonderful things. Like, I'm already working in my career or in my purpose, right? And here it is. I have an opportunity to jump on live with my mentor, right? I'm in her academy. So it's not like I'm new to her platform, right? However, I still come across myself feeling this energy that is so strong in my body that does not feel good. It does not feel right at all. It does not feel like me, right? And so initially I didn't know what the feeling was, but I could have easily labeled it as nervous, anxious, you know what I'm saying? Like that icky feeling, like that feeling that you get when you have to present right in front of people, that nervousness that you get. I don't know if y'all have experienced that, but you know, I have. Oh my God, Denise, girl, you hit it on the head. She says, not wanting to put yourself out there because you feel it's not absolutely perfect. Exactly. So here it is. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to get on there because what if I mess up? That actually came out of my mouth. What if I messed up? Jay was like, you never mess up. Like, what does that even mean? And I was like, you're right. I have never messed up, because what does that mean to mess up? You know what I'm saying? And so I caught myself in limbo. I caught myself in damn limbo. I'm stuck between the version of me who has already created this abundance, the version of me who is confident, who knows herself, who knows her voice and believes in what she teaches, she embodies it, but then also caught between old self, who is holding on to something that never belonged to her in the first place. And that what I was holding on to, y'all, was perfectionism. But I'm gonna break it all the way down because this is a part of my healing, right? I'm on live today because as a part of my own journey, as a part of like me releasing this energy, it came to me in meditation that I needed to show up today on live exactly how I am, right off of work, no eyebrows, okay? I need to show up in my true authenticity, and I need to share this story to solidify the new belief, which is I am enough, I'm more than enough, I'm perfect, right? So perfectionism for me, that was just that was like the outer layer of this feeling that I was, you know, having, right? But Jade, because she's also very, very gifted, you know, she is very gifted. She's a Reiki practitioner. She is just amazing, right? She starts to get into that mode of, you know what, let's break it down. Let's go ahead and bring it to the forefront because this energy is coming up to be released. Like, why are you acting like this? You acting so different. Like, this is not you. What's going on, right? And so she's questioning me. We're getting down to it. And I have memories. I'm starting to have memories now of where I felt this feeling before, because I felt it multiple times, right? And so it comes out that this feeling actually stemmed from childhood. Hold on one second. Kimmy, yes. Can you please stop? I'm on live. Come on. Sorry, guys. So the memories that I'm having in regards to this feeling that I'm having, right? stems all the way back to childhood, like most of them do. And so back in my childhood, I started to remember like where this feeling came from. And it's like, oh, I used to have this same exact feeling whenever I would have to stand up in front of the whole entire church and read, memorize a speech for Easter, like stuff like that. Whenever I had to, show up in front of large crowds of people, I would have this same feeling, right? But the feeling of perfectionism for me was even deeper than what was showing up initially, right? So initially was the nervousness, the anxiety, the icky feeling, like not feeling comfortable, not wanting to mess up, right? But as I took myself back, because you have the ability to do so. I took myself back. I asked myself to take me back to where this feeling came from. And what came out of that was, oh, wow. I remember up until a certain point, I was very vibrant, not shy, center of attention, very much so like my mother, right? But then after that, those memories or those feelings of being, just the star, being who I am in my truest form, right? Which was young, up until the age of like 6, 7. Then I had another memory immediately after that. And it had everything to do with the school that I went to. So I went to an all-Catholic school in New York City, okay? Heavy, strong Catholic, like nuns, the whole entire 9, okay? And I remember distinctively, being forced to write with my right hand. I'm born left-handed. I'm ambidextrous now, but I was born left-handed, right? And I have vivid memories of being forced to write with my right hand in school. And I would be reprimanded for the way that I was writing because I'm being forced to write with a hand that I was not born with. So my writing is extra big and bubbly. It's ugly. And, I'm getting reprimanded because I'm not writing correctly. I'm not writing the way that all the other kids are writing, right? And then I started remembering these feelings of, oh, I'm not good enough. Right? I'm not good enough because I'm looking around and I'm the only kid in school, or I'm the only kid in class that this is happening to, right? And then I'm going home and kind of the same thing is happening. I'm being reprimanded because, mom's working, all the above. It's just being missed because it's so subtle, right? But as a child, as a 6, 7, 8-year-old child, it's very easy to pick up when something is off or something is wrong because you realize you're the only kid that's being treated this way, right? And then you're being told certain things that other children are not being told, right? And then you're forced to do something that is not right because it doesn't feel right. Yet you're a child. You don't have all the words to explain what you're feeling. You just, it's easily missed, right? So from that very young age, from those memories stem the feelings of there's something wrong with me. There's something wrong with me, right? And I hadn't realized it until recently, doing this work, doing the inner work, my healing, that I was holding on to something like that. And I was. And what's crazy is because I was forced to write with my right hand, like my right finger on this hand, was altered a little bit. I'm showing the camera my hand, right? I have beautiful fingers. Like I have beautiful, beautiful, pretty hands. But for 3 decades, y'all, 3 decades, I held on and I would jokingly, I would always joke about my finger, to cover up like the shame and the guilt and the pain that I actually experienced for many years. So I would always make fun of myself, because I felt like so many people noticed. I felt so many different things attached to this belief of there must be something wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? It was subtle. It's not something that I would ever tell anybody or express to anybody. But it would come out in the form of like me pointing out my finger to others. Or if I felt somebody was like looking or seen it, I would be like, oh, this is my hunchback finger, ha ha ha, laugh it off. But in hindsight, it's like I'm deep down, I'm feeling inadequate. I'm feeling not worthy. I'm feeling like I'm not enough and that something is really wrong with me. Right? And so fast forward to now, it's like, damn, it came out of my mouth. I don't want to mess up. And it's like, I've never messed up. So what does that mean? Like, okay, I don't want to forget what I'm going to say. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not good enough. Like there's something wrong with me. Right? And that was the core of my perfectionism and the energy surrounding it, y'all. So like, I'm sharing all of this with you guys because I feel like a lot of us, especially women, go through this. We hold ourselves back, right? We don't show up and we don't go forward with the things we feel to do because we feel like it has to be perfect, right? We feel like we're not enough. We're not good enough as it is. We feel like, you know, whatever it is, whatever creation, whatever program, whatever product, whatever it is, it's not good enough yet. It's not good enough yet. You know what I'm saying? And this is a cycle. And I want to like tell you guys, this is not something that is mine. This is not something that is yours either. These are things that we were born into because we are God's children. He made us all perfect in his image. So he would not create us with energies like, I'm not good enough. That's not God. You know what I'm saying? That's just not it. It's not it. We are good enough. We are enough. However, there's a lot of things that a lot of us are born into. We're born into the shit that's not ours, y'all. And those limiting beliefs, those false illusions will literally put filters over all 5 of your senses and have you moving in ways that will create undesirable outcomes. So like, you still not making the money that you want to make. You're still not living the life you want to live. You're still not working that job or that career that, you know, you're not doing what you want to do in life because you're held behind the limiting belief and the false illusions, y'all. This is years old. 3 decades of shit that, you know, I wasn't fully aware of. And so for those people who really think, you know yourself, I can tell you, guarantee, like, you don't, because I didn't even find out. Like, I knew for so many years that I was left-handed. I knew it because I felt it. But because the shift happened in my life so young, I wasn't in a position to do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? So all my life, I have grown up really feeling like something was wrong with me, feeling off because I was forced to be something that I'm not. Right? And I'm not playing a victim. I'm just giving you guys the background, right? I'm grateful for everything that has happened because I'm ambidextrous now. I use both hands equally. I can use my left and my right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not tripping on that. But I want to, I just really want to emphasize how much we do not know ourselves. We don't know ourselves. And that's why when it comes to your journey of healing, that's why when it comes to finding yourself and connecting to yourself and to source, right? Without any external barriers, without any external distraction or anything like that, it's important to find yourself because there's so much about you that you don't know. That's just facts. Hi, everybody that's coming on. I see a lot of people hopping on. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. This was so random, but I'm here because I needed to, as a part of my release, as a part of my healing, I needed to show up in my truest form and share this story with you guys because the energy of I'm not good enough and that I'm not worthy and, you know, all of the above, I'm not enough. I released it today. Like, I released that. I'm no longer available for that limiting belief. My life's expression does not reinforce that belief. So I need to let it go. Like, I need to literally let it go because it's hindering me. You know, it was literally hindering me. And today was so crazy because I was really in between the fine line of like, I was literally seeing and observing myself from a higher perspective. I'm like, damn, I really want to get on live with Offset. Like, I would love to share my concepts and my theories and to share space with her in that intimate container. But then I was also like, girl, what if I messed up? I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm not good enough. Like, I was literally stuck, y'all. Let me read some comments. Hold on. My girl Trees. Hey girl, she was like, that's the best way to show up as your truest self. Yes, Ashe. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Denise, they said left hand was evil. They did it to me too. Girl, that is so crazy. That is so crazy. That was so crazy. The lie we tell ourselves. The lie that we tell ourselves, the lie that society tells us, the lies that generations have told us. Like, it's lies everywhere. It's lies everywhere. I'm trying to tell you. So yeah, I really just wanted to share that with you guys, because it's a lot of us, especially women. That's who I'm talking to. I'm talking to me. There's a lot of us still hiding behind the false illusions, the limiting beliefs, the things that are not true. And if you find yourself, still holding on to beliefs such as, I don't make enough, I'm not enough, I'm not pretty, I'm not beautiful, because they creep up. They do. They creep up time to time. It's our responsibility and obligation to catch those thoughts in action, like in real time. Catch those thoughts and rewire it. Tell yourself the truth. Tell yourself your truth. You know what I'm saying? Tell yourself what you want to believe so that you can rewire the subconscious. That's up to us, right? Because for a long time, nobody knew that I felt this way about myself. And this feeling came from an experience that wasn't from any family. This experience happened in school. Okay? It happened in school. And it transpired throughout my whole entire life, because this was not something that I'd ever talked about. I never shared with anybody, because those feelings associated with the concept of like perfectionism and like I'm not enough, those feelings are of lower vibrations. Shame, guilt, unaccepting, anger, all those things, right? But it is so necessary to acknowledge those aspects of self, those lower aspects of self, because guess what? If you don't acknowledge them, they're going to come out and show their ass anyway. And they're going to come out and show their ass during the time that is not conducive for you. It's not going to be the right time. It's not going to be the right time. You know what I'm saying? So I feel so much better showing up tonight and sharing this story, because like I said, this energy that I did not know was still resonating on the inside has held me back tremendously. And I know this to be true. The glitch in my system has always been me. The glitch in your system is you. Okay? And what Offset was talking about and what I was already, vibing on was creation, right? Being able to create from pure connection. But what Offset said today, which really resonated with me, was action is a part of creation. So if you are creating a new paradigm, if you are creating a new reality, or if you are creating period, anything and all things, you have to understand that aligned action is necessary. Aligned action is needed, okay? It is one of the keys to bring your creation into fruition. So in my creation, right, and this creation of mine was releasing the energy of, or the concept of perfectionism, right? Like it has to be perfect. Everything got to be in place. And the deeper root of that was there's something wrong with me. That was the root cause of my perfectionism, right? So in my creation, releasing that energy, right? Showing up today in my truest self, sharing this very story, this very experience was a part of my healing, because I needed to solidify this new belief that I am enough by stimulating all 5 of my senses. I'm stimulated right now in a good way. I'm stimulated in a way that reinforces my belief. And my belief is that I am good enough. My belief is that I don't mess up when I show up in my voice, because this is what I love to do, right? This is my purpose. This is my passion. And when I align my personality with my purpose, I know for facts, because it's been shown, that the abundance will follow over me. Right? So all of like me showing up on live and hanging out with you guys and just sharing this experience, all of it is for me. it's a two-way street. And if it's for you, ashe. I thank God, because we're not alone. None of us are alone. We're all in it together. Nobody's exempt from life. Nobody's exempt from opposition. Nobody's exempt from the bullshit. I just gotta be honest. Nobody's exempt from it, right? So I will be showing up more, because now that I did it, I have so much more confidence in myself. Like I just feel so much stronger. I just feel so much more of who I really am, you know, because I accept all aspects of self. I accept the parts of me that aren't pretty. I accept all the parts of me that is not all glorified. You know what I'm saying? Like, accepting all parts of self is like, it's necessary. I want to say it's mandatory, but it's not, because some people don't accept all sides of self, and they don't live a satisfying or full life because of it. But I, on the other hand, I accept all of me. I love all of me. I'm grateful for me. I am enough. I'm beautiful. My fingers are beautiful. My hands are beautiful. My eyebrows are beautiful. Everything. I love me. And so in order for me to solidify those new beliefs, right, because I do believe them, I embody them, I have to put behind that creation aligned action. And so my aligned action was showing up on live and proving to myself, like, yo, I don't mess up. I can do this. I am enough. And I have a message. And all the messages that I have, all the downloads that I receive, the content that I put out, my material, how I coach, how I teach, how I share space with my queens, all of it is necessary. All of it is necessary. Like, as a spiritual catalyst, and for those of you who do not know what a spiritual catalyst is, all it is that I'm able to create and hold the space, enabling other women to thrive. Meaning I have the experience, tools, access, resources, okay, practices. I have things tangibly in my pocket, okay, that I can share, that I do share with other women, so that they can catapult themselves to the next phase of their lives. And I speak like that because we all have access, right? We all are gifted, and we all have an internal resource system. We were all born with it. It's just being tapped in to that resource system and being able to move from that space. A lot of times we are held behind these false illusions and limiting beliefs, and that's why we're stuck, or that's why we're, you know, repeating cycles, and or, you know, we're just not where we want to be. Okay, a lot of it stems from just not being aware, or not knowing the how, you know what I'm saying? Not having the resources, right? But as a spiritual catalyst, I am here to provide that space for you, so that you can continue on your journey and go to the next level. And that's it. But as a part of that role, as a part of that privilege to be able to hold space for women like that, I have to show up in the same light. I got to show up in the same light. Okay, I have to show up in all of my glory. Okay, whether my curls is popping, okay, or this 4C is happy and nappy, I got to show up. And that is what I'm learning to do, because another part of being human is habits, right? We all have habits that we're used to doing because it's comfortable and it's just what we know. But again, when it comes to creating and it comes to healing and just expanding yourself, right? Because we all want to live more expansive lives, we have to put forth the aligned action. Okay, so I am done rambling for the night. I feel so much better though, guys. Like, thank you all for just sharing this space with me and for holding space for me, because like, I cried and everything earlier. It was just so intense, and it was just like, damn, I've been holding on to this belief for so long. I really felt like something was wrong with me. I really felt like I was not good enough, you know, and whole time I am. Whole time I am enough. I am enough. And
for sure,
I'm being shown that every single day. And I'm truly grateful. So I'm gonna get out of my own way now. I'm out of my own way. I've released it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just happy. So with that being said, I'm gonna let y'all go. But I am hosting a free 3-day masterclass this week on creation from pure connection. Okay, and with this, I keep looking over there because she's flashing pizza in my face. Yes, I want some pizza. Plant-based pizza. She keep waving the box, like trying not to interrupt, but she done already distracted me the whole time.
The whole time?
Oh my God, yes.
I was in the shower, half of that.
Whatever. So yes, guys, I will be hosting a free 3-day masterclass on creation from pure connection. We're going to be diving in so deep into a couple of different concepts. I want to invite you all to expand your minds because, you know, what if, right? What if life could be easy? What if life really is easy? You know, what if you could really do the thing you want to do, right? Like, what if, it's so many different what ifs. So this masterclass is literally for the woman ready to tap into her own internal resource system. And when you say tap into your own internal resource system, that means that you're ready to show up. That means that you're ready to be heard. You're ready to be seen. You're ready to create and help the next person, right? Because let me give y'all this too. The only reason why any of us are able to create or put something out into the universe is because there was another soul, another human being, another energy that was desiring that thing. Okay? So I just want all of y'all to know that if you have felt called to do something and you have not done that thing, you are doing yourself, God, and the world a disservice. Period. You're doing us all a disservice because the reason why you are feeling called to put something out into the universe is because somebody else is desiring it. Somebody else is asking and praying for you to show up with whatever it is you have to help someone. Period. Okay? So I'm speaking to myself. I'm really speaking to myself, and I've already gotten outside of my own way. I will be showing up more. I will be, you know, I have messages, I have concepts, I have theories that are literally life-changing. And, you know, it's time. It's time. So thank you all so much for hopping on with me. Once again, I love you all so much. And peace.